Hello students, welcome back to my another class today from your book of class 6, that is Purvi, your textbook, and today I am going to take a class on the unit 2, and this unit highlights different stories based on the theme of friendship. So, as you can see, we are going to know and read about a beautiful story about friendship and majorly acceptance. Okay, the main theme of this story is the acceptance of a character as a friend. Any character, or it may be in the form of human beings or animals or whatever. It means that friendship doesn't need any kind of particular identity to have a beautiful bond. Here, as you can see, the chapter in the very beginning highlights about the friendship of an elephant and a dog. Now, before we begin the story, I want to give you some key points which we are going to learn and know from this beautiful short story. Okay, this story, The Unlikely Best Friends, is about two main characters, an elephant and a dog, as I already mentioned. So, let us begin the chapter about two unlikely best friends. As you can see, this chapter begins with the main character, first of all, an elephant, and his name was Gajraj. Now, Gajraj, the elephant, lived in the best booth of the royal stables. Okay, here you can see that the word booth here means a small, or you can say a rectangular space, okay, where kind of stable where animals live, and here Gajraj lived. Okay, as he was the royal elephant, he was given a very royal treatment. He was treated with all sorts of good things which he liked, and he was given always a special importance in the royal empire. Let's continue. The king was fond of Gajraj, and he had ordered that the elephant should be well looked after. Although the king had ordered, and the king was actually very fond of Gajraj the elephant, and he had ordered that the elephant should be given whatever he loves to eat and should be looked after very well. Okay, now what we can see, in spite of the royal comforts, Gajraj was sad because he had no friends. Here, as already mentioned, that he was the lone elephant who was living in the royal stable. He had a mahout or elephant trainer, who was the only one he had ever interacted with. So, the only companion as of now he had was the mahout. Okay, the mahout was the elephant trainer. So, here the mahout was a kind man who served Gajraj food and gave him a bath in the elephant pond daily. He was a good caretaker, but not a friend. The elephant here, you can see, was longing for a friend. Okay, although it is mentioned that the mahout was a very kind man. He was taking care of the elephant very nicely. He was taking him to the pond for a daily bath. He was good, but he was actually not a friend. As you can see, my dear children, that as human beings, we also need people to talk with. We sometimes long for a companion. We need a friend with whom we could share our heart out. Now, Gajraj thought, I wish I had a friend I can play with. One late evening, a dog strayed into the stable. Now, here you can see that the Gajraj always wished for a friend he could play with. Now, it happened that on an evening, a dog strayed into the stable. You can see, my dear children, strayed, the meaning is given here, came by mistake. Actually, the dog had suddenly came from nowhere and he just entered the stable. Gajraj could see that the visitor was tired and hungry. Now, here who was the visitor? The dog. Now, what did Gajraj do? He pushed out some of the food. He was munching towards the dog. Now, Gajraj, the elephant, he tried to become very friendly. He pushed his food towards the dog. The visitor wagged his tail, looked up at the elephant to convey his thanks. Okay, and then turned his full attention to the food in front of him. As you can see that the author is telling us that the dog which came there was feeling very hungry and tired. Now, Gajraj tried to be friendly with the dog. What he did? He just pushed his food towards the dog, and the dog, who was looking very hungry, gave his full attention to the food in front of him, and as soon as he finished eating, he fell asleep. You can see that the dog which came was having the food, and after that he felt asleep in that stable itself. Now, Gajraj did not disturb him at all. As you know that Gajraj was longing for a friend and he suddenly got someone of his, maybe he thought that it could be his friend. So, he was very happy in his mind and he did not disturb the dog at all. The next morning, the mahout found that the stray dog was in the stable. So, even the mahout did not mind the dog. He also noticed that Gajraj seemed to like the company. So, he threw some crumbs to the dog, which the animal accepted, wagging his tail. Now, the next morning when the mahout came and he saw that there was a stray dog in the stable, he also did not mind or disturb the dog. In fact, he gave him some food and the dog was very happy and he accepted it, wagging his tail. As you know that dogs are generally very fond of food. Now, it was the time for Gajraj to go to the pond and have his bath. Now, what did the dog do? Yes, when the elephant went out for a bath, the dog accompanied his friend. Plunging into the water, the elephant gave himself a shower using his long trunk. As you know that normally what does the elephants do? The elephants take bath having water with their long trunk, is not it? You can see in the picture here, the elephant is trying to give a bath to the dog also. Okay. As the dog watched, the elephant took a trunk full of water and playfully splashed the water on his friend. The dog yelped, for he hated taking showers. The mahout laughed. Here you can see, my dear children, a playful encounter of the elephant and the dog. As you know that normally dogs don't like to take baths, okay, or any kind of showers. The elephant took water in his trunk and splashed the water on his friend. The dog was playfully wagging his tail, and he was having a wonderful encounter with his new friend. The Mahout laughed out loud. He was enjoying the scenes of the two friends enjoying their bath in the pond. Okay. So, now let us discuss about the things that Gajraj and Bunty, yes, later in this chapter we will come across the name of the dog which happens to be Bunty. Okay. Now, you will see some shapes given below and one has been done for you. Bunty and Gajraj, okay, what did they do? They played, okay. Then what else? You can also write they shared food, is not it? They also shared their stable, and at the end you can say that they were friends, okay. So, my dear students, we come to the end of part 1 of this chapter. So, in our next class we are going to read the second part of this chapter, okay. Until next time, thank you.